Hi Shubh, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fine. So maybe we can start with a little bit introduction about yourself, about your educational and professional background.
Okay, so hey, hi, I'm Shubh Maheshwari, and I come from a small town in Madhya Pradesh called Ujjain. And I grew up in a joint family. I've had a habit of, continuously listening and coordinating with team members and people. And I have completed my bachelor's of business administration in management and marketing from NMIMS Mumbai. And my interest for business and management comes largely from my family's background in the FMCG industry, where I have seen my father taking various decisions across inventory, supply, distribution, etc., which has motivated me to now move into this particular line and professionalize it even more to, either contribute it to my own family business or create something of my own. And apart from it, I enjoy playing football and writing poetry. Football allows me to stay competitive and disciplined, whereas poetry allows me to express my thoughts in clear manner. Now, talking about my professional background, so I have done 2 to 3 internships. So I have interned as a business development and operations intern at Steel Shapers, which is a manufacturing and CNC cutting firm, where I managed over 40 plus requests for quotation and improved coordination across teams. And at Hotel Sir, I have interned as a marketing intern, where I shifted the promotion led content to a content which focused more on storytelling and customer experience and how I can increase the engagement of the hotel. And apart from this, I have also volunteered for Seva Bharati, an NGO that focused on uplifting and educating children who came from weaker sections of the society. We created and developed modules and learning programs for them, so which helped them to boost their confidence. And it really taught me how important empathy, respect, and collaborative approach is when you're working with people who come from diverse backgrounds. So this was all about me. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's a very good profile. Okay, so which school did you receive offers from?
So I received offer from National University of Singapore, but I also received interview offers from Imperial as well.
Okay,
So yeah,
that's a good thing. Congratulations for that.
thank you
Was
so much.
any of these your dream school?
Definitely, NUS was is one of the schools that I dreamt of, and I did not give any GMAT or GRE exam. I prepared too late, so I was a little demotivated at first whether I should apply this year or not. So this is exactly when I talked to Sahil just 14 to 15 days before my applications, and I was not really sure whether I should apply this year or next year. I was very demotivated, and I talked to Sahil for next year only that I will apply next year, so I should start doing it now. But Sahil's mindset was very different. He listened to every of my point, and he motivated me to apply this year because he felt that he had the belief that I still had time and I can still apply to major of the top universities. So he was the one who motivated me, otherwise I wouldn't have applied this year only. And this was about my application. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so how did you feel
Yeah.
when you opened the offer letter?
So it was so I got the offer letter around after 2 days after 2 to 3 days when I interviewed, and I was definitely not expecting the offer letter to come this soon, because they said that it would take around 14 to 15 days. So when I saw the offer letter, I don't know, I had no words. I started shivering. I just hugged my mom, and the next time I picked up the call, I just called Sahil, and I was full of emotions. I could not take it in that I got the offer letter. And I talked to Sahil. I just told him that it was because of him. It was because of how he motivated me to apply this year. Otherwise, I would just be doing internships and everything. So I just talked to him, and I had no words, to be very honest. I had no words when I saw the offer letter. I was just full of emotions, and I hugged my mom. I told my parents. I told my father about it, and seeing my parents happy was something that, okay, I really made them proud, because NUS is one of the top universities. So seeing them happy was something that made me much more happier. So that is what my reaction was when I saw the offer letter.
Okay, that feeling must be unique. Okay, so why did you
Definitely.
choose this school or program over others?
So one of the reasons I chose NUS and the Masters in Management program was See, I was still not sure in which field I have to move on, whether I have to move into finance, marketing, or operations, something like that. So choosing a course in a particular major such as masters in marketing or masters in operations would be something I would not be confident in. So that is why I chose MIM, because it would give me a broader understanding of all the business functions that are related to a business, whether it is marketing, finance, operations, etc. It would give me a broader understanding and would allow me to move into that particular field after a particular course of period or after a particular period of time. So that is why I chose MIM. And apart from it, I chose NUS because of the faculties that are present there, because of its practical exposure, the that it provides, the industry connections that NUS holds in various companies such as McKinsey or etc etc. So because of the industry exposure and the industry connections that the NUS has built on over the years is something that attracted me towards NUS. And apart from that, the courses and the way they have curated their curriculum was something that motivated me and attracted me more towards NUS. And there were few of the subjects which I found that would be very beneficial for me in the long run, because I could apply the concepts in my family business as well, or if I choose to do anything new, I can apply the concepts in that field as well. So that is why I feel that NUS is the right next step for me as I move forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Okay, so like you must have faced some challenges in the process. So can you please let us know like what challenges did you face during the application process?
Definitely. So one of the major challenge was this only, that I did not give any GMAT or GRE. So from the beginning only, I had this. I was always demotivated and I was underconfident that I still lack in some part of my application. So I might get rejected, or I might not get the interview, or might not get the offer letter. So this was the feeling that was going on through the whole time when I was applying to various universities. But at the same time, this is where Admit Scholars and Sahil helped me, because uh, talking to Sahil did not feel like I was talking to a mentor, but rather it felt like I'm talking to my elder brother, or talking to my friend. Because Sahil did not just push things, he understood everything that I said. He understood what I was trying to say, he understood my everything, and then he curated plans and timelines according to me, according to what I wanted. And not like other counselors who just push some schools to students. Sahil did not do anything of like that. He gave me the flexibility to choose my own schools, to first tell him that which schools are my priority, and then he would definitely, he suggested some of the top schools, but he made sure that he also listened to my universities that I am looking for. And apart from this, when I was writing essays and SOPs, I did not, definitely no one has any experience in writing essays and SOPs. So while I was writing them, I felt that maybe these SOPs are not that strong. Maybe my story is not up to the mark. Maybe the AdCom may not like my story. So I was not confident in my stories as well. That is again when Sahil stepped in. And one thing about Sahil is he's very honest and genuine. Whenever he gives you any reviews or feedbacks, he does not sugarcoat things. He's very honest about the content that you have written or the work that you have done, and which is something that really tells you where you stand and how much hard work or how much work you still need to do in order to achieve where you want to get in. And Sahil went into the depth of my story. He did not like other counselors. He did not just change 4 to 5 words in my story. He he read each and every word of it, and then he understood my story, and then he gave me feedback and made changes according to me, according what would suit according to my profile, and what would go what according to who I was as a person. He curated my essays and SOPs according to that. So this is something that these are some of the challenges which I faced, and this is where I felt that Admit Scholars and Sahil helped me a lot, definitely a lot. And yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Adding to this question only, how did Edward Scholar help you overcome these challenges?
So definitely, see, talking about the mock interviews and everything, when I got the interview mails from various universities, I gave my mock interviews to various members of the Admit Scholar, who gave me honest feedback and gave me genuine reviews on where I lagged and how much I need to improve in order to ace the interview, whether it is my body language, whether it is my verbal cues or non-verbal cues. Admit Scholars team helped me a lot. And apart from this, Sahil, I had a few of the doubts in while I was applying to universities as well. So Sahil made sure he made a special group of Admit Scholars team and me in it, where he mentioned that I can ask any doubt and any question at any hour of the day when I had any doubt, or when I was applying. Also in night around 12 to 1 a.m., I also asked doubt to Admit Scholar team at that time and I got the answer. So I would say that Sahil and Admit Scholars team were always available for doubts even late at night. So these are some things that Admit Scholars team helped me a lot. These are some of the challenges that they helped me to,
That's
you
great.
know,
So,
to
how would
overcome
you
from.
describe your
Yeah.
experience working with Sahil sir, our founder?
It was definitely one of the best experiences because it never felt like I'm talking to a mentor, rather it felt like I'm talking to a friend or talking to a brother. So because of this only, I was so much opened up to Sahil that I told him each and every part of my story, each and every, a part of internship, or no, I told him even the smallest part, which maybe I felt that it was not important, but Sahil felt that it is very important in my story, and it played a huge role. He can, sense that small things and how it can create a major impact in your story. So I was very much comfortable with him. Apart from it, as I said, he was always honest and genuine, and he did not sugarcoat things, which he really told you, which really shows you where you stand, and which shows you how much hard work you still need to do in order to, achieve that particular where you want to be, where you get into the particular university. So that one of the qualities of Sahil is really something that I would appreciate. And apart from it, Sahil stayed calm throughout the process. Even if I had 1,000 or 10,000 doubts, he was always there for me, and he was always calm and patient, even at the times when I was, very impatient, or I was not sure whether I should how should I move ahead. Sahil was there and he patiently handled all of my doubts and queries. So I'm really thankful to Sahil and Admit Scholars team for all the guidance that they have provided me. And I would definitely recommend Admit Scholar to any student who is planning to, apply to top universities abroad. I would definitely recommend Admit Scholar to them. Yeah.
That's great. So, like, were you hesitant and like, did you had a belief that you would get into these top B schools?
See, talking about my hesitation in terms of when I was talking to Sahil, or in terms of the results I would get in.
In terms of results, like,
So initially, in terms of results, I was definitely not expecting that I would get any offer from any of the universities, to be very honest, because as I told you, I had this part of GMAT or GRE exam in my profile, which was lacking all the time throughout. That thought that I would not get any offers because this is lacking in my profile. And GMAT and GRE is not something which is a small part of your profile, but it definitely plays an important role. But as I said, Sahil made sure that I stay motivated, and he only motivated me that it is an important part, but it is not the only part which AdCom committee sees while when you're applying for any application, when you're applying for any course. So I was definitely not expecting offer letter from NUS or any other universities, but I'm genuinely thankful to Sahil and Admit Scholar.
that's
Yes.
great. So, like, how would you describe your experience with the first consultation call, like that you had with Sahil sir?
So talking about the first consultation call, it was all about. To be very honest, I was in so much panic mode, because I guess only 10 to 14 days were left to apply to any of the major universities. So I was really panicking. But that was the first consultation call, and that is where Sahil stayed calm, and He listened to everything about what I was feeling, why I was panicking, what I wanted, whether I wanted to move abroad this year, whether I wanted internships, what was my goal. He listened to all of my priorities first, and then he stayed calm, and then he created and helped me to create the timelines and plans with in which universities I should apply. He shortlisted universities for me without wasting any time. I When I talked to Sahil on the consultation call, I told him, okay, if you are confident, let's start tomorrow. And that is when Sahil told me, why tomorrow? Let's start today in 2 hours. And that is when Sahil motivated me and gave me content to research on. He told me to, write my strengths, weaknesses, my all the things that I like, all my hobbies, activities that I have done, everything. While I was waiting to start it on the next day, Sahil was confident and very much motivated to start on the very day that we had a consultation call on. So this is something that sparked, this is something that sparked trust in me. Okay, that if he's that much confident, let's give it a try, and let's do it all. Let's give it all. So this was our first consultation call, and apart from it, we I was hesitant at first, but as we started talking, I really opened up to Sahil, to be very honest, because it was my first consultation call to any of the consultation firm, any of the firms. So I was hesitant a bit, but Sahil really talked out of me, and he was confident. And then I opened up to him, and I shared a lot of things to him. So it was a very good first consultation call, to be very honest. I After it, I was very confident and motivated to apply to all the universities that I was targeting on.
That's so like, would you recommend Admit Scholar to others? Why or why not?
I would definitely recommend Sahil and Admit Scholar to all the students who are, planning to apply to top universities abroad. First of all the, the guidance that they provide, that Sahil and the Admit Scholar team provides you, the way they handle your doubts and all the queries, the depth in which the Admit Scholar team and Sahil went goes in your profile, in your, whether it is your CV, resume, SOP, essay, your LORs. They go in depth of it, and they curate it according to your profile, according to your story, and according to your personality about who you are, rather than just throwing random words. And apart from it, I would say I would definitely recommend Admit Scholar and Sahil, because Sahil is not a consultant. He's an elder brother who just guides you and helps you in reaching to the top universities which you're aiming for. Yes.
That's great. Okay, last question.
Yes.
Do you have any tips or words of encouragement for future applicants?
Any tips or words of future encouragement for future applicants? I would just say, stay motivated. Do not feel underconfident in your journey, because I felt underconfident, but I still got the offer letter. So I would just say, stay confident throughout your journey, and do not panic about interviews or offer letters, because even if you do not get any offer, even if you do not get any offer letters, this journey will teach you a lot of things about yourself. You'll discover yourself more about what you like, what you want to do, about how you want to, what are your short term and long term goals. It will help you to discover yourself only. So I would just say, don't think much, give your best, stay motivated, and stay confident throughout the journey. That's it.
That's great. A very good lessons for future applicants. So thank you, Shubh. It was a nice time talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.